Hello and welcome. Today I'll show you how to do the CHISQ test in Excel. So today we have a biological data set of HbA1c, which is a diabetic marker, and it has two groups, well-controlled group and poorly controlled group. We also have a marker for the inflammation, and it has normal and high levels. And we want to see that if there are any associations between these two marker groups. So in order to do this, we need to set up the data set first like this, and we would need to calculate the row totals and column totals first. So in order to do it, we will use the sum function from Excel. We will calculate the sum for the rows, and we'll also calculate these column totals from the columns, and we'll drag it down to the last cell, which will give us the grand total as well. So our grand total is 43. And now we would need to calculate the expected values for each of these cells, and we have to use this formula to calculate the expected values. You can see that the expected values equals the row total multiplied by the column total divided by the grand total. So in order to calculate the expected values, we'll use that formula for the first cell. For this cell, which is the same as this one, so its row total will be this one multiplied by the column total, this one, and divided by the grand total. We'll do the same for each of the cells. Row total multiplied by the column total divided by the grand total. We would need to calculate for each of the cells. Row total multiplied by the column total divided by the grand total. Again, row total by the column total divided by the grand total. So now we have the expected values, and now we would need to calculate the observed minus expected power 2 divided by expected value. So we would need to calculate these parameters for all of these 4 cells. So we'll give equal sign and 2 parentheses, and we'll select the observed for this cell minus the expected, which is this one, to the power 2 divided by the expected, and we got the parameter. Again, same thing, observed minus expected to the power 2 divided by expected. Observed minus expected to the power 2 divided by expected. Again, sorry, not sum, double equals double parenthesis minus expected to the power 2 divided by expected. So you got all the parameter values. Now we will calculate the sum of these parameters, which is equal to the chi-square value. So our chi-square value would be the sum of these values, and we got the chi-square value of 5.74. and our degree of freedom, we have a formula for the degree of freedom as well. So the degree of freedom will be equal number of rows minus 1 multiplied by the number of columns minus 1. Since we have a 2 by 2 table, which is 2 rows and 2 columns, so it will be 2 minus 1 multiplied by 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. So our degree of freedom will be here 1. And in order to calculate the p value, we will use the chi-square Q distribution RT formula here, this formula, and the x will be the chi-square value here, and the degree of freedom is 1. Since we have calculated 1, we'll type 1, and we can also select that cell which is G4. We'll reference it as G4, which is equal to 1, or degree of freedom. So we got a p-value of 0.017, which is less than 0.05, which means that we cannot we can reject the null hypothesis, and we can accept the alternative hypothesis. So meaning that there are associations between HbA1c groups and CRP groups. So the association is significant here. We can also calculate the p-value with another formula. We can use the CHISQ.TEST here, which is this formula. We can also use the actual range in this formula, which is the observed and the expected range. For the calculation of the p-value, we don't need to calculate the chi-square value and degree of freedom if we use this formula, and only need the p-value here. So if we do this, we can see that we are having the same p-value. You can see we have the same p-value which does the same thing, and meaning that we can reject the null hypothesis and we can accept the alternative hypothesis. So this is how you can do the chi-square test in Excel. I hope you have learned something new, and if you have liked this video and learned something new, please do subscribe to my channel and give a like to it, and hopefully I will see you again in another useful video. Thank you. Bye bye.